This is just a quick little video completing page 70, question 6. Now, when we look at this first, it looks more confusing than it actually is to draw. Right? What's kind of looks like there's a lot going on in the question, but when we start to break it down and when I walk through this video with you, you'll see that it's actually not the worst in the world. So, the first thing we're going to get anyway, right? We're going to draw in these red center lines. So I can draw this line straight down. Then I'm going to be going a distance of 10 millimeters on each side, getting my protractor and going 40 degrees each side then. So them three red lines are the first things we're going to be drawing in, and it gives us our heights there then as well for where they finish. Okay? To make it easier, I'm actually going to draw them in red as well, right? So I'll use pencil first and I'll go over them in red as well just so you can see. So we go straight down first of all. I can go straight across. Measure my 10 on each side. So 10 on each side. And get my protractor now and go up at 40 degrees. So we get our protractor. Remember our 0, 0 line across the bottom, the 90 degree angle right in the center there. We go 40. Oh, sorry, it's actually 40 degrees from this one. So it's 40 degrees from the straight line here. So that's 90 is straight, so it's 10, 20, 30, 40. So we're actually going to be going on the 50 mark there. So as everyone see what I've done there. So 90 degrees would be a straight line, but it's 40 degrees between these two lines. So it's the same over on the corresponding side then. So we're going 90, so it's 10, 20, 30, 40. There and there. So, if we know, draw in these lines. And if we want to check our measurement, we'll be able to put our protractor in there and we can see that it's a 40 degrees in. 40 degrees there, 40 degrees there, okay? So that's the only kind of thing we have to watch out for in this one, is instead of going up to 40 degrees here, which I done initially, we have to come back from 90 because the 40 degrees is inside here. Okay, it's not up from the bottom of the base, it's inside this angle there. So I'm going to do in my red there now. So it's 70 and 54. And a bit of red. And 54. So there are three red lines set up, okay? Now, on them red lines, we're given 2 points on each of the curves. So we're given a point here and a point here. Top here, bottom, top, bottom. We know the radius of them is 50 millimeters, okay? So I'm going to set my compass to 50 millimeters. Now from this top point up here, I'm going to swing an arc on both sides of the line. I'm swinging it on both sides to get my curve on both sides, okay? Same distance on the bottom point here. Swing my arc, swing my arc. This is after giving me my 2 center points now. This is my center point for this section of the curve. And over here is my corresponding center point. This section of the curve. I repeat this process now for the other 2 lines. Be careful now with your arcs that you don't get confused. There's going to be a lot of arcs kind of all over the place here in this question. So just be careful that we don't get confused. So swing it above and below. We're still keeping that 50 now on the compass, remember. As I said, now, be careful not to get confused. There's a lot of arcs going on here now in this drawing. You really take your time. Concentrate. Oh, now it's taking shape, right? It's taking shape. All that's left to do now is the kind of detail in here and stuff. So we can see that it's all a series of 5s. So this is what made the kind of drawing complicated looking. Like getting to that stage wasn't too difficult. It's just all this detail in here that makes it look complicated. So it's all a series of 5s. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure up my series of 5s. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's 30. So 6 5s I'm going to be measuring. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and number 6. Okay. Now I'm just copying the book now here for this. Solid. 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 So all I'm doing in this section now is copying the book. Now I'm going to try to rub out my really dark areas there of them curves just to make the drawing look that bit better. So that's a complete now with the detail done in. Okay, just be careful doing your 5s there, and be careful doing your arcs because there's a lot of arcs smung all over the place. So just concentrating as well. But setting up this little red axis is kind of the main part of the question, really. So as I said, remember when you're setting it up, you're putting the point where your line starts, and you're going counting back 40 from the 90. So you're going to be marking where the 50 is here, and where the 50, 130 is there, really. Okay? That's really the only parts of the question to look out for, and just try your best with it.